Hello and happy Tuesday. What's going on? How are you doing today, folks? I've had a haircut. I managed to sweet talk the barber into hooking me up with a haircut today. I went in, wiggled the old eyebrows, and said, "Can you hook a badger up?" And yeah, I had a haircut. Thank you. It's my own hair. I grew it myself. How you doing today, Java? Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you very much for using your channel points. What's the old what's on the old agenda for yourself today? We got a bit of Trench Crusade. I figured we'd attempt to finish some of these miniatures off. Although I don't know if we really will. But I do have 4 Trench Crusade minis in front of me. 2 are remarkably sort of, I mean, there isn't strictly masses of work to do on them. It's just a matter of actually doing the work. You're working. Magnificent. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're going to have a lovely evening and all of that sort of stuff. What's food-wise? What are you munching on today? I've had a really tiny bowl of yogurt and a granola biscuit thing. Granola, I don't know what it is. It's a granola thing. I don't know what you call it. Just granola stuff. It was squidgy and about this big. Going poor, so I'll have to probably do some sandwiches. Hopefully not as poor as I was when I was at college. I did one of the greatest sandwiches of all time. It was ketchup and mustard sandwiches. Thankfully not for too long, but long enough for me to go, God almighty, I need to remedy this situation ASAP. Oh, meat and cheese. Hello, Icarus. Cheese and onion pasties. Always a good choice. It's been a while since I've had one of those. I am rather fond of them. Onion is yum. I like onion. It's good stuff. Meat and cheese, though, it's always... I mean, anything with cheese in, and I'm usually sold. Usually. Depending, really, I suppose, on the cheese that we're going to be dealing with. But yes. So what have you been up to today? I can tell you exactly what I've been up to today. I've added a few more things to the shop. Yeah, I've added a few more things to the shop, which is good. I realized that my maths was horrific, and what I assumed was, so I was looking at the Shopify list of products that I've got on, like, in drafted. I assumed the list was 25 high. It was actually 50. I just didn't notice that there were... So instead of me thinking that I had only sort of 70 items to go, I have more like 150 items or something to go. So I'm going to attempt to power through. I've got 3 days left of this month. I'm going to power through as many as I can. And on the 28th, the last day of the month, I will be smashing the button where I can transfer everything from Shopify over to Cursed Etsy, so I can double my, potential eyes on the old, or if not more than double, because Etsy has pretty good sort of in sort of Etsy environment advertising. So hopefully I'll be able to start getting some sales and stuff via there. Used to do rice with every meal as a side dish, or with a little sugar and cinnamon for dessert. It took me a long time to have rice because I think I was put off it at school. I'm trying to remember what the meal was. They did a curry of some very, very mild variety. I think it was I don't even know what it was. It was apparently it was curry. I did not get on with it. I hated it. I had the absolute bare minimum of that, and that was always with rice. And the only time I've liked rice in the good old days was rice pudding, because that was just an excuse for rice, sweet hot rice with jam and cream, and that was good enough for me. You got custom pizzas with chicken, onion, and sweet corn. That's, I've heard of that pizza before, or something very similar to it, at least. Etsy, it's, I mean, from a sales point of view, it's not great. It's not great. Like, it's very expensive. However, when you're selling stuff, they're good at sort of showing stuff to other people that you have to sell. But they do. It's weird. Like a couple of years ago, when I started selling on Etsy, they suddenly introduced like a whole load of price changes, and they started charging like a percentage, I think it was, of your shipping fee that you had to give them, which was just the weirdest thing. I thought, what the hell is going on? Why is Etsy requiring a percentage of the shipping fee or something? So, so I will be selling things there again, going into March, which will be a good thing. And then hopefully we can finally start getting a wiggle on with the old. I just need to go and once I've transferred everything over to Etsy, I've got to go through, check all the prices are vaguely accurate. Hopefully. Still, Trench Crusaders today. Oh, I suppose I better do a stupid picture for Cursed Twitch. YouTube, I think we are going well already. We don't really do going live posts. Maybe that is my biggest curse. But we do appear to be alive, at least. I'm going to go into live chat rather than top chat. But if you are on YouTube, hello there. Don't forget to like the stream and all of that good stuff. All of that good YouTube stuff that we know and love. Or at least know. Let me do this stupid story thing. Bang. I can't even remember off the top of my head, Icarus. I can't remember. It all adds up, though. So you get a listing fee, a transaction fee, payment processing fee, and optional advertising fees on top of that. Then there are also additional fees for international sales, currency conversion, and VAT. So, okay, here we go. Here we go. Listing fee, 16 pence per listing, which is fine, but I've got 250 plus items to sell. So that will be... Hold on. I haven't even thought about this. Is that 40 quid just to list all? Is that right? My maths is terrible. That's £40. Then you got transaction fees, 6.5% of the sale price, including shipping. So they take, okay. Then the payment processing fee is 4% plus 20 pence per transaction. Advertising fees are on top of that if you choose it. I don't normally do that, but I might start doing it going forward. International sales, potentially more fees. Currency conversion fees, VAT. 0.32% regulatory operating fee. Oh, it's a whole disaster. But we got to look into it because we got to make money after all. So, well, I don't. I mean, I'll show you. I'll give you my Etsy page. But what I would say is, I think I've only at the moment got 8 items on my Etsy page. It's not really worth looking at, but I will show it to you for the sake of showing you. I'm live. Stupid. Etsy. Yeah, so I have sold 98 items. What the hell? Oh. Gosh. Okay. That was the weirdest picture I just saw. So okay. So I need to completely change it. And those are all PG items. I will smash this into the multiple chat. That's what it is. I've only got 8 items, is it? currently live. I'll show it. I might as well show it to you now. Just before we get to the painting part of the stream. I do need to update it because this is the old top bit. We don't sell stuff from Mini Monster Mayhem anymore. We don't sell stuff from Lord of the Print anymore. We could potentially go back and sell stuff for them, but we just sell ritual casting. I need to do Highland miniatures and then all of the Kickstarters that I've backed in the past. But we have sold 198 items. Yeah. But as I said, we don't have much. I'm hoping going into March, that will change. I really hope. But yes. So that is... can I just do... There's a pedal. Ugh. The pedal is not working. The pedal, There's the pedal. All right. So, oof, I'm gonna get the old watch off. Right. Oh, Gabba. Well, I knew you'd be coming by. I was. How you doing, dude? What's cracking? Thank you very much. Yeah, I managed to. I was on the way to get some milk and yogurt this morning, and the barber was there, and I poked my head around and went, "Yo, can you hook me up with a haircut?" Because it's the winter hair growth has come to the end. We're rolling up to the end of March, and I need to get spruced up a little bit. So he managed to fit me in, and this is the result. I have shorter hair. Gabba, how you doing today? What's cracking, you saucy rascal? How are the old kneecaps? So we've got this geezer. I still haven't looked at the artwork. I don't entirely know what to paint this gun like. I mean, I think originally I was thinking there would be some wood on it. Maybe this top bit here, up until that little ridge right there. There's potentially a bit of wood furniture there. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at some artwork. But he is basically waiting to get... We do need to do some weathering on him. This one is also almost ready to get weathering, but we need to do the cloak first. I don't know what color to paint the cloak, and we need to paint the boots. So that's leather for the boots. Oh, and this thing. No idea. And the lenses. So we've got to do the lenses, that thing, and the boots, and probably the shaft of the spear. And then he's basically needing to be weathered. I say weathered, oiled up and whatnot. This one, I don't know what we're doing with, truth be told. I like the idea of a white sash thing, but I don't really know what... I need to look at how other people have painted it just to see what bits are sort of the same... Because in my head, I don't know which bits are which. Anyway, so we got him to paint. And we got the ammo person. I also need to look at some artwork just to make out some details. I'll get other people to figure out the details for me. And once they've painted the details, I can go, oh, okay, that's what that is. And then not copy them. I don't know if those, for example, I don't know if those are fleshy hands or gloves. But there is a belt, like a corded, I say a belt. What do they call it? It's like a corded thing. A corded thing around its waist, holding it all together. And there's a little kind of shield thing around its upper what's-it. Of some variety. I don't know if it's metal or maybe it could be sort of a coat of arms or something like that. Who knows? I certainly don't know. So, got to see the surgeon. Bloody hell. So, you tell that surgeon to get his act together. Be like, yo, listen here, sunshine. I got miniatures to be painting, and this nonsense is really keeping things... delayed. We're rolling into March from a Crag on the 1st of March, unsurprisingly. Doctor, this Saturday. I got Ultramarines to paint. Sort yourself out. What's up, Jem? How's it going? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Look at me remembering the day. I did like the idea, by the way, for next year. I mean, I kind of wish I was almost in the place to do it this year. But I've already got the mission, unfortunately, for the Ultramarines this year. We never got around to basing him yet. Maybe he'll be another day. But I did find some blue paint. Ladies and jelly spoons. I looked at a video of mine where I painted an Ultramarine ever so magnificently. We started off with dark Prussian blue. Then I hosed it down with Ultramarine blue. I have 3 pots of this. It's good stuff. I also have airbrush juice, which is slightly concerning with the massive color change. Maybe I need to give them a good jiggle. Jem, how is your Tuesday looking? What's the deal? What's going on? What's going down? If you are on Twitch, by the way, don't forget to use the channel points. If we hit the goal, which I think we will do, but I don't want to count my chickens before they've hatched, or whatever the phrase is. Oh, that's the bounty board. Play Stream Marvel Rivals. How about no? 94%, ladies and jelly spoons. 94%. You can do it if you B&Q it. But if we hit that goal by the end of Friday's stream, then... well, I give 5 subs. It's as easy as that. I mean, am I... like, there is quite the difference between the 2 blues. If we get a different Ultramarines blue... I'm going to give this one a jiggle as well. It is a weird situation that we find ourselves in. Unless I'm missing something really obvious. And they are both game colors, right? Well, that one looks slightly better in the bright light, but it's in reality, there is quite a jump. Because we've got... then we move on to Ultramarine Bad Boy Blue. Then we go to Magic Blue, right here. Whereas they're a lot closer in color. I mean, they're not exact, but they are closer. Right here. I wouldn't... they're pretty close. They're pretty close. So then we do the Magic Blue. I wonder if... no, there's... no. And then we do Electric Blue for edge highlighting. Da-da-da-da. This paint, I think some liquid needs to be added to it. It's very... I don't know how alive it is. I don't know how alive this paint is. If I take this lid off, is it going to go... oh, yeah, we've got to put the lid back on. Anyway, so we've got some Ultramarine colours. And then what I tend to do is I do panel line with the oil paint and then edge highlight. I think that's how we ended up doing it. So... gonna have a quick look at some mercenary paint jobs just so I can get a few things in my mind. I can't remember what this geezer's called, but we will have a look at some paint jobs for him. I've already basically... it's just the gun really holding me back. He's got some very red trousers. Unfortunately, I've gone all in on this red at the moment. I am really liking this mini. I'm going to go blue lenses with that. like Calidor Sky, Lothern Blue, etc. Hoth, or whatever the colour's called, and then the spot of white. Not sure what colour to do with that, truth be told. And the cloak needs to be something neutral, I'd imagine. I can't really go with white paint. Maybe we'll go with like a sort of buff, neutral, stony colour. Might work. I was going to get this keyboard actually while we have a quick look at various things. But I hope you're all well. I hope Tuesday's going well for each and every one of you. I don't know what you've got planned, but do tell me so I do know what you've got planned. I clicked on the Etsy page again, and there's a weird image which is freaking me out a little bit. So Trench Crusade, Mercenary. Mercenary? Mercenaries. Squarespace. Okay, so the army painter, for example. If you see the what the army painter's done. Skedaddle. They've gone with, I mean, there is this sort of gory hole in its sternum, if that's what it is, which we will probably do something with the blood. I really did like what they did with this rusty thing right here, and I may very well just print out another one of these observers. I really like this mini a lot. So in the future, I think we might try and replicate what they've done here, just because I think it looks sweet. So yes, I mean, maybe we could put a rusty steel plate there instead. Or just really, really weather the hell out of it as though it was a color originally and now it's mostly rust. Yeah, maybe, I mean, I don't know if that would really work. If we're not really rusting, if we're not really, really weathering, we can do some heavy weathering. We can do a little bit of heavy weathering. A little bit. Right. So, I did get the questionnaire. What questionnaire, is that what they call it? From Westphalia Minis for the Red Brigade Kickstarter that they did recently. In case you don't know what that is, that's not it. Have a look at all my backed projects. This one right here. So we have got the questionnaire or whatever it's called has come through for the pledge. So I will be able to finally start printing out some sweet, sweet minis. They got I didn't go with all 40. I went with the warband and then added a few more extras on. But we will be painting them up. We've got this warband. Loads of sweet minis here. Moon Eyes, what's cracking? How you doing today? Spray painting box. Moon Eyes, are you ready for this? I just used a box. Or at least I did. I did use a box. I now use this right here, which has an extractor fan built into it and goes out of the building. But yeah, for the longest time, I just used the box, just about this big. I know you can kind of attach some sort of extractor unit to the, like just a regular box, with a filter and stuff like that, which would be great. Any kind of like filtration to get the fumes is a good call, as far as I'm concerned. Well, I would. I mean, to be honest, this is ridiculous. This was bloody expensive, but I thought, you know what? We got to make a go of all of this painting. I can't wait for the weather to be excellent. I can't wait for the weather to be primable in outside. I've got to be able to prime in here, so that's why we've got that going on. I can't, you know. You'd be drugged out of your head for 2 days. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, exactly. You want to keep all of your bits and pieces. So this questionnaire has come through. I need to fill it out. But I think I wanted to add on a couple of other little bits and pieces which were tempting. 12 new monopose, but I don't think I saw that one. We've got extra weapons. There are some biker. I got the dogs. I want the ones with the flag. I'm a big fan of flags, even though I hate painting them. I think they look fantastic. The biker boys. I wanted to get some of the biker boys. I just really want to paint these bikes. You had this idea about making one. If I can figure it out, you can't listen. If anyone can figure it out, you can figure it out. Okay. All right, where there's a will, there's a way. All right, how about that for a saying? I'm just trying to find some images of these cursed mercenaries that other people have painted. I suppose I could go to cursed Instagram. It's probably what I'm going to have to do, really. So what was this idea? How far did you get with the idea? So we've got a couple. We've got a green cloak, a red shoulder pads, and sort of neutral in between. Well, this one here is a red shoulder. Oh, they're both from my mini factory. I think they're both same mini, different angles. No, the bases are different. There's the old witch burner general. He's got very muted colors. I mean, we're going very bright red. So, I mean, that's... I mean, we could potentially at some point, not today and not anytime remote soon, but we could do some Trench Crusade vehicles. We could do some tank conversions, for example, which would be extremely juicy. Okay, let's have a look. Use a large plastic storage thing from Swedish Furniture Lego, and then a smaller one. Put a couple of fans in there, yeah. Yeah. A simple filter in between for extraction. And possibly a lazy Susan so I can spin the model. Yeah. Well, honestly, that's one of the things I find most irritating is because I like having to rotate the mini. Sometimes it's like if I decide to wear a nitrile glove, like it occasionally sticks to the wet primer. And I was like, ah! It's not what we wanted. So they've gone with very muted colors. Unsurprisingly, it's Grimdark Compendium. Goes without saying. Is cheap ass Lazy Susan from them is less than a tenner. Yeah. I should eventually get one at some point. But how are you doing? Happy Tuesday to you, Moon Eyes. I hope you're groovy and all of that kind of jazz. So gonna have a very quick little last whiz through here. That's a conversion. Ew, but I do like the colors. I mean, that's basically this is a bit jazzier than what I've got, and there's more cloak going on. See, I love this one. Look at that. That is majestic with the turquoise and the orange, like rusty bits. Why have I not seen that one? I don't know if I was planning on this for my one of those heavy geezers. I might have been thinking of it. Because that turquoise and rust is always a good time. It's always a good time. You know what? I've just realized, like, Trench Crusade could be the ideal thing to buy. Vehicles, the Solar Auxilia and sort of Death Corps of Krieg minis. Vehicles. Potentially, and convert over. Not entirely sure why I hadn't thought of that, but they got the Malcador Infernus, which is the massive mobile flamethrower thing of Doom, which is the miniature I absolutely adore, and would like to get at some point this century. I like well, I've not thought about that. That's very cool, using sort of a religious, what do they call those? Icons, is that the right word? Ragnar, you saucy beast. Oi, oi. I've had a haircut. I've had a haircut. How about it, eh? I went to the barber and he managed to have a slot open, so to speak, later on. Well, I went in this morning when I went to get some milk. So on my way back from getting milk from the place, I poked my nose in and went, "Oi, can you hook me up? It's getting a bit mad." And he said, "Yes, there's a space at 3:30. Unsubscribed? Ah! I had haircuts. Evolved, I wouldn't know about. This is my own hair. I've grown it myself. And the barber said, "You've got a lot of hair," because a lot of it was on the floor. Like, there's a lot to deal with. There's a lot to deal with. Not to show off or anything, obviously. And he kept it. Yeah, he did. I mean, he said I was hurt when he said, "Oh, I'm going to put it in the bin. It's going to fill the bin up," is what he said. I was a bit hurt when he said that. I was thinking, "Oh, you don't want to keep it? I think it's your loss. You could have charged lots of money for that, and been well wealthy. We could make a Trench Crusade board. You know, at some point we could do a little. I mean, not massive. We could do a little bit though. Print out some trench bits, do some scenery. What do you reckon, folks? It does look nice. Because the thing is, you can also use it for 40k, obviously. I reckon, remind me, I will tickle the like button, obviously. And I do want to be doing scenery as well. I can't just paint minis really slowly. I want to build and paint scenery really slowly as well. But I would like to do a little bit of a board. Even if it is only one square. If we can make it some bits we can add to it and stuff, so we can take different angles and have minis standing in it for scenery background shots, that would be what I would like. Just print that Anphelion base. Oh God, please don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I do want to do that, but you know I want to print that out. I'm just looking for an excuse. I'm just looking for an excuse to do it. I look at this is studio level terrain. I know I don't want to keep made for 3D print. I haven't missed a Kickstarter, have I? I might have missed a Kickstarter. This is terrible. Have I missed a Kickstarter? This could be one of the saddest days ever. Notify me on launch. Are you going to have a merchant tier? That's the question. Are you going to have a merchant tier, you saucy rascals? That's... Okay. Ooh. More things. By the... let's... Don't buy a 5080 printer base. Well, I've been watching Gamers Nexus reviews of the whole 5000 series, and honestly, they're just... It's not a good time for them. Yeah, well, the price is ridiculous. Genuinely, they said the 3080 was like a good... It was well priced. Well, this is the thing. AMD's... I don't know how AMD's are for rendering videos. That's basically the long and short of it is. If it's good, because I know a lot of these programs like to use NVIDIA CUDA cores, whatever they're called, for rendering. And AMD doesn't have those, so I don't know if these video rendering things make use of an AMD thing as well. Like, obviously they can render, but if they have a sort of a thing on board which specifically is used for kind of rendering and stuff, the answer to my question is yes. Yeah, I don't know. The 5000 series seems to be in a complete and utter disaster so far, like price wise, and various other. Various other bits and pieces. Yeah, so I don't know. It's unfortunate though, because I need to acquire something, and I can't. I mean, do I get an old 4000 series now? I suppose that's the question. What's up, Moleback? How you doing? Sorry, there are oats in here. So sorry. Well, unfortunately, my old stream PC died, and we're making do at the moment. My old stream PC is right. That box there, with a bunch of hard drives on top of it in a airtight box. So yeah, I was just talking about the NVIDIA 5000 series sort of issues. I'm not very good at remembering the issues, but I've been watching a bunch of Gamer Nexus articles, YouTube videos, and such things, and it's not very promising, really. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm in a bit of a thingy at the moment about it. But we were just looking for a little bit of inspiration to paint these little geezers that we have to paint. And I suppose I could just start slapping paint around, and if I hate it, it's not the end of the world. I can just print more. However, I do just want to get a little bit of paint. I feel like there's a bit of direction would be nice. They seem to have more VRAM, yeah. I have noticed that. No CUDA cores. They do have their own version. Maybe I'm gonna. Well, I know they're coming out with their stuff in March. March is a few days away. I don't know if it's end of March or just March generally, but I think it would be. It might be. I only had one AMD graphics card before in my life. I've always generally been saucy NVIDIA. However, this could be a time to go back and give them a try. Yeah, I reckon that's what we're going to have to do. However, so we do have the big goal. I know it's a massive goal. But apparently people, like to see goals. So that's why we have goals all over the place. That's what I've been told. So that's what we do. Right, I'm still not getting any. Okay, he's all red. So we've got this geezer. I do apologize, folks. He's just literally all red with a little bit of white. I don't think that's white. I don't think he's wearing sort of like Okay, he's very red. Oh. Okay, so that's official artwork. There's that geezer. Jeff the God of Biscuits. I think I'm going to bisect it straight down the center and do white and something else, and then rust it silly. This gun. Okay, so underneath. This is what I wanted. I might actually add a little bit of like this. We might just do plain steel there. Anyway, so there is wood furniture underneath. Okay, that's what I was wondering. We're going to do wood furniture and then metal like frames. All right. Happy days. Molback. That's the big PC building dilemma. If I only... Oh, I know. Every single... Thanks, Ragnar. Thank you. This is always my problem, and I hate it. I hate it. Every single time I buy a computer, it's... Do I buy it now? Or do I wait an extra couple of months and get the next, like the newer thing which is coming out, which would make the computer even fractionally better? It's a nightmare. Last time, we ended up getting a 3080, which is a very juicy one. But my God, did we have to... stock was a nightmare. It was... I think it took almost 6 months, maybe. I'm not sure now, for it to appear. But yes, that is the plan. Obviously, we have made a tiny little dent into the massive goal. And I do genuinely appreciate anyone who puts, helps towards it. You're innocent? Hey, listen. I was going to get a 3090. All right, you told me not to. Was that a young Reno I see? Hello, Reno. How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. I know. It's as soon as my hair starts to dry, though, it's slightly... I don't think he put any sort of hair product in. So as soon as it starts to dry, I don't know how much like fluffification it's going to happen. Young? Hey. Younger than me. So I can say it. even if you don't feel young. Right. All right, ladies and jelly spoons, we're finally getting to painting. I'm so sorry. Right. Do we have any colours in this palette which will work? We have colours in the palette. I don't know what we're doing. I would like to bisect this and have one side white. That's what I do know. And then we got this beard is all kinds of... Maybe eventually I will risk that one hair. I put beard oil in it. Oh, I think I accidentally pulled it out. Checkers. The answer is always checkers. What, one side of it being checkers? Like, I think that would be the path to insanity, my friend. And I do not want to be... It's too early for insanity. It's just too early. Do you know what I mean? Reno, how's your day going? Well, I think eventually I might risk going for like a bit of Barbary action. Not Barbary. Not that sort of action. I don't know. I feel a bit weird about. I do have a beard trimmer which I do use. It's just a bit of. It's a bit. I was going to say erratic, sort of beard growth. So I don't know. I'm going to slap some paint on. Hold on to your horses. It's about to get real. I need more paint. The old bait and switch. I don't know what happened to the paint I was going to use. It's gone AWOL. Day is mixed. Spent ages doing operations on SM2 to unlock the limited helm. Oh, there's a limited... I have not played that in months. I don't know when I last played Space Marine 2. I'm gonna say it sucks, not the game. It sucks that I haven't managed to play it. That sucks. That sucks. Mark 8. Molback. Ooh, ooh. Did that make a noise? Molback, thank you so much for your sweet, sweet biddies. I will use that to get a 50-90 somehow. I have been eyeing... So I did look at Gamers Nexus. They were... By the way, Celestia Grey. Wiggle the eyebrows. Oh, you know what? Storm Vermin. Storm Vermin Doobies. No. We're sticking with our guns. So Gamers Nexus, like there's been reports of like just all like I gotta watch the videos again, but it's not worth it. And then 5070 Ti is not also a bit of a disaster as well. So just add that to the list of you know. So maybe we go AMD for once. I don't know if I can bring myself to. Which is strange, because I might probably be getting an AMD processor in it, regardless. But, Molback, thank you so much for your sweet, sweet biddies. Hashtag appreciate you. Is it a snazzy helm? Mark 8? What side do we put the white on, do you reckon? I reckon this side. And then we can do green. Thank God there's a thing going up the middle of it. We can just kind of go... Eh? Hey, how long does it take us to get painting? 54 minutes, ladies and jelly spoons. 54 minutes of streaming. I know we usually start the YouTube stream a couple of minutes after the Twitch stream. So if you are watching on YouTube like an absolute legend, no doubt you've already tickled that like button. But it will not be quite 54 minutes for you, although by the time I finish this sentence, it probably might start to be. It's a pre-prime. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it's pre-Primaris. Oh. How easy is it to get? For someone who's never done any of these operations, Reno. And how long is it limited for? Not that I don't think I've got any time to do it. Maybe at the weekend. Because I've got to just be adding stuff to my shop left, right, and center. Until oh wait. Until it goes live. I mean, we could just leave it red and white. Beat an operation once with each class. How many classes are there? That's how often I've played the game. That's how often I've played the game. Absolutely ghastly of me. It's terrible, I know. And I know it's a really good game. And it kills me that I've not been able to play, but it's just... Six? Oh, man. Okay, next question. How long does an operation normally take for a normal human being? Let's get to the next important part of the question. So I'm currently really liking the idea of potentially using Death Corps of Krieg vehicles or something for Trench Crusade. That could work. We slightly over painted there. We'll just have to live with the eternal shame that we've done that. Eternal shame. Okay. So I could potentially do it this weekend. Are there any other precursors to it? Like, is there anything else I have to have done beforehand? Please don't say unlocked the 6 classes because I've unlocked nothing. Okay. So there's potential. There's potential for me, ladies and jelly spoons. It's not all. I'm not completely. When does the 6th day? When did this operation thing start? That's my question. I know you say there's 6 days. Is that 6 days from now, or it's 6 and we're on the 5th day? In which case, there's no chance. Oh, 6 days left? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Well. Okay, so we got to pick another color because, like, obviously red and white but I mean, we've got major amounts of red going on here, on here. So we're going to have to pick another color. Obviously black has been like we've already had a very wise idea of doing checkered thing, but we're not doing that. So I have to pick whatever color this cloak is. I think we will do that. Now we got to slap some. Get some. What is this? This is Rhinox hide. It's a start for a color. So the wood furniture on this. So there. Just marking it out really at the moment. This thing, and then a little bit right there. Oh God, got paint on the hand. Ladies and jelly spoons, this is terrible. All right. I watched a film last night of dubious quality. It had it was called breed, I think. It's not quite how it sounds, but it was. So it had Michelle Rodriguez in, and someone who looked familiar, but I couldn't place where the hell I'd seen him. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Had some random geezers in. Had some random people in. They all looked just about familiar, but not familiar enough. And it was it's on Amazon, and these like it was 2 girls, 3 guys. They went to an island for a party weekend or something like that. I'll try not to give any spoilers away. But they were attacked in this sort of, because they went to this, they'd inherited a house from their uncle, or one of them had inherited his one of them had inherited this house from an uncle. So they just flew out there on this private waterplane thing. You know, one of those planes which can land on water, which this guy just randomly has, this college student. It was very weird. Anyway. So I think that film came out 2008 or 2007 maybe. And I was trying to think what stage of the Fast and Furious era we were in at this point. That was where I was going with that whole. Like, I can't remember how many Fast and Furious films had come out by then. Unfortunately, much to my eternal shame. The answer is obviously not enough. So I'm going to have a look at the artwork again, because I just want to be making sure I'm not missing any little bits of. I'm not quite sure what this. I'm assuming this bit here is metal. This bit is metal of some variety. But I did want to paint like the majority of like the. I think. What's the word I was using earlier? Furniture. I think they call this furniture. I don't entirely know when it comes to guns. Like the sort of, molded or shaped bits of stuff that hold the gun barrel and receiver and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, he's done his metal. Metal. The majority of it is metal. Okay, that makes things easier. Good. How are we doing over on Sweet YouTube? All going well. There's no. I've done no gold today. Oh, a super chat. I don't quite understand. Pick a goal. Super chats. Oh, 50 super chats. Yeah, right. No idea. I don't know much about YouTube streaming at the moment, really. So I'm trying to figure out some of it. Incoming advert. Oh dear. How's that community challenge? Coming along on. We've got 157,000 folks. If you got channel points, use them on the community challenge. No, it wasn't Reno. It was not Smut. How dare you? I have high quality tastes. Oh God, hello. Breed is from 2006. Okay, I must have misread the date. 4 Fast and Furious movies had been released by then. Oh, that makes sense. High quality, of course. No, not at all. With a name like that, it certainly does raise an eyebrow and go. It certainly could be with a name like that, but it's basically I couldn't really figure out. I mean, I figured out what was going on, but they were sort of genetically engineering dogs or something to be intelligent, like more intelligent, I should say. So when these party kids landed on there, they were started partying away, swimming in the sea and all that kind of stuff, all that, listening to loud music and whatnot, drinking. And then dogs appeared. And then things happened. Yeah. So, and then the movie finished and it started playing another one. I think it was automatically started playing, or I just clicked a button. I wasn't paying attention. And that was called... I'm having to Google actually what... I'm going to have to quickly go to my Amazon quickly to have a quick butchers and see what it was called. Because it was called... What was it called? Dog? Battle... I got to watch it. I started watching it last night and I couldn't bring my... It was too late at night. And I thought to myself, okay, there's amazing graphics in this film, dubious quality acting and other things. It's called Battle Dogs. It started off and I had to stop it right after. So they were landing, an airplane was landing, people getting off the airplane, sort of going through, just about to go through customs or whatever that sort of stuff happens. This woman goes to the bathroom and she sort of goes into a stall. There are 3 women at the sinks doing womany things, washing their hands. I'm not saying that's a womany thing, but like doing their hair. And then suddenly there's a cut to the woman in the stall and her eyes are suddenly, like the irises are yellow. And you think, oh God, what's going to happen now? Yes, you guessed it. She turned into a werewolf. What's up, JD? How you doing? Sorry, you meant erotica. That's it, Reno. Where is your hair? I know. I had a haircut. I managed to get a barber. The barber managed to have a spare bit of time free today. I was genuinely expecting it to be next Monday. JD, how you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Battle Dogs. Oh God, seriously, Molback. It was. It's. I'll see. There were some dubious effects. I need to watch. No way. So it's got Blokey from 24 in. Was it the president? Dennis. Okay, so it's got Bill Duke in as well. It's got my boy. It's got Bill Duke in. It's got Dennis Haysbert, who I think this guy was in 24 as the president. I was thinking about, I want to watch 24 again. Am I getting really confused with something else? I'm going to have to go back in time. When was even 24 on? When I was at Lion King, because everyone was banging on about it non-stop and they wouldn't shut up. Where is he? What the hell am I thinking of? Anyway. Regardless of... We've got... There you go. The population of Manhattan is under quarantine for now. So I will be This is what I'll be watching tonight, ladies and jelly spoons. Battle Dogs. It's gonna be. It's gonna keep me busy when I'm adding things to my web shop, my shop. Hi, Farm. Hello. What's going on? Happy Tuesday to you. What's cracking? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to watching this. I mean, I started it last night. I hate normally starting a film and stopping it. It's one of my things I hate. It's unfortunately one of the many things I hate. But there we go. Escape from New York. No, it's not Escape from New York. It is an entirely different beast. Literally. It's werewolves in New York by the looks of it. How you doing, JD? What's cracking? Hi, Farm. What are you up to? You behaving yourself? Molback, what are you up to today? You doing well? Played Shadows of Brimstone in the weekend and Frosthaven yesterday. It was good fun, but you're very tired. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. Maud Snake Pliskin. I like your version though, JD. It sounds like a. It sounds like a cheap remake where they've had to change the characters' names just enough. Just enough. And they've gone, instead of Pliskin, they've gone with Plinkton. Or Plankton. You're doing a bit of... no, I know you can't, JD. It's all right. It's why it's okay. You're doing a bit of FPV drone simulator flying. Is that... That's not... Tell me more about that, Molback. Tell me about that. JD, I did see something. I was looking for inspiration. Let me see if I can show you. So basically, are you aware of Trench Crusade? Where is this thing? Because I am. There are a couple of things I wanted to show you. Vehicle conversion wise. I know this is not a vehicle. So you don't, you know. But this is like 19. So this is like a divergent history or something like that of the world at like round about World War One. So there's that thing, which is pretty cool. But there was a vehicle up here, and there's this one. That's not a vehicle as well, I'm aware of that. But there is a... Where was it? I mean, there was that thing. So, I'm not... Here we go. So this is using a Malcador of some variety, which is a Horus Heresy tank. Aware but not knowledgeable. Likewise. I've backed it. I've got the Mercenaries, which is what I'm technically painting now, and 2 other warbands. And I would like to do a bit of scenery for it, as in a board 2x2 or something like that, just so I can take some pictures on in the future. Excuse me. But this is even more sort of... I mean, this is a 40k vehicle, right? Or Horus Heresy vehicle. But it's very, very First World War sort of, you know, era-esque. You got the trench rails. And it's pretty, you know, nicely converted. So this could be quite a temptation for me. And also, you could also use a suitably scaled actual tank and just sort of make it all Trench Crusade-y. If one wanted. But I did see it and thought, well, I better show JD that, because I know he likes a conversion, and I'm pretty tempted to do one at some point. I just need to figure out the subject of it. And there's just whizzing past this thing, because I think they're very kind of into like kit bashing and You know, you don't have to use their specific miniatures or anything if you want to play their game. I think as long as the base sizes are correct and it looks, I think as long as it looks vaguely like it's supposed to look, there's not really any hard and fast rules. I don't think you're going to get really as many people, I should say, going, actually, that doesn't look correct. That doesn't have the correct loadout. You know. So the plan is, I would like a little bit of scenery, because then I can use it for 40k, potentially, or Horus Heresy, and Trench Crusade, and take pictures on. That is my plan. I just need to make it happen. And I need to stop. Trench Crusade is 28 mil, I think, or 32 mil. I'm not 100% sure of the exact specific scale, but it is of that ilk. Look how much painting we've done today. Incredible. Incredible amount of painting today. Scale. If I type in Trench Crusade scale, 32 mil heroic scale. There we go. That's in the FAQ from Trench Crusade. But I've always liked the First World War, mostly because I didn't have to fight in it. But like if we're talking about like aesthetically speaking, like divorcing ourselves from the reality of it, I've always kind of liked, which is why I like the Deathcore of Krieg, I suppose. Moon Eyes, new rule: work medium, play medium, because I'm nowhere near the point you can play hard. Oh, okay. I said yes. Well, you want to have, yeah, you want to have the work have a similar balance to the play. I do work hard, play hard. I don't know who came up with that. Probably some boss. A little closer to 148th, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is close to 148th, isn't it? So sorry. I barely had anything to eat today. Anyway, we are painting this, as you can see, at the speed of a startled slug. But yeah, I thought I would bring it up because we are painting Trench Crusade today, and I thought you might be like, I wasn't sure if you were 100% devoted to the 40k stuff as much as like I love Warhammer in general, 40k and Heresy, etc. And indeed the Old World and more time, obviously that goes without saying. I am very happy to paint other things when I can make time for it. Making time for it is my biggest problem, I suppose. Sup, Stabby? How's it going, you saucy rascal? How close are we to me having to buy channel subscriber? How close are we to me having to buy subscribers? How close are we to me having to gift 5 subs to channel members on Twitch? Close. Oh, we are doing it, by the way. I usually do it on the last day of the month. So that will be actually the 28th. But for example, if the month ended on Saturday, then I would do it on... Well, I would do it on the Saturday. Ideally, I would do it on stream. But if not, like I always like screenshot it and slap it into Discord. Yes, my Discord, which I will link right there. Look at me. What a beautiful segue that was. Probably a 25-year-old in the 80s. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I can imagine that, yeah. Where play hard meant go out and get coked out of your head. Yeah, exactly. And probably work hard as well. So absolutely, yeah, do that. Powered by Coca-Cola, let's just call it. I don't know what color this is. It's probably something brown. What are you? Sunshine? I can afford to be a bit rough with this. These are supposed to be test miniatures. I'm not supposed to be taking forever on them, but But this is where we find ourselves. What is going on with this bit of paint on this brush? There we go. Yes. So I don't. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I have been pondering a little bit about that. Like, that Malcador Infernus seems ideal. Look at me instantly getting sidetracked. This is a complete and utter disaster. It's the vehicle I've been wanting anyway. But I wasn't really sure how we were going to... Because I don't... It's for an army that I'm not massively keen on. Like, I haven't really got huge amounts of kind of interest in the Solar Auxilia when it comes to Horus Heresy. I just like the Speth Marines. However, these vehicles are very sort of, you know, I think the conversion to a tank for that would be pretty... I mean, a lot of it's already styled kind of like that anyway, with a lot of these tanks. Obviously, these tanks are a bit more... but which one I'm trying to get to? This bad boy. The best tank of all time, as far as I'm concerned. The one with a massive flamethrower on it. I absolutely love this tank, and I'm planning on getting it anyway at some point, just because I want to paint it. Now, if that means like I can't seem to run it as the only way I think I can run it in my space with my Space Marines, if I have it as like, if I get a particular character type thing, like a console, whatever the character thing is. I think they just brought a mini out for it. Then I could potentially add this on. I don't know. But that's the only way I really want to paint Solar. If I ever paint Solar Auxilia, it'd be mostly as an excuse to paint this thing for one of my armies. What was I going to do? I wanted to paint some of this brownish color over a couple of bits I need to tidy up. Alrighty. Okay. What do you reckon? Bit of old Scragglicious. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Might smash on some oil paints for here as well, potentially. I don't know. Not sure yet. We will see. Where's all the events gone? Where's the event list? There it is, just in case. I think this is a bit too orange now. Bum, 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 bum. bit of something, dried paint, I guess. Anyway, I mean, that's going to be good enough, really. We can move on, paint something else. Well, this whole gun needs tidying up. It's mostly just metal, to be honest. We might make that little bit, this little bit of the gun here, like a dark metal, potentially. We've already got enough colors. And the thing I said earlier, I saw someone painted the, I don't know what to call this. I'm just going to call the, whatever this bit of the leg armor is, the sort of accordion kind of bit. We could potentially paint those bits there a color. Obviously, like the back of the legs is red. It's all like a red casing. We could potentially bring another color in just for that little bit there, just to break it up a smidgen. And then obviously replicate that color on the back of the neck on that sort of, what would you call that? I know there's a word for it. Movable. Bit of armored stuff. But we shall get back to working on this one. Let's think of a color for the cloak. I mean, green could work, like a muted green. I say it could work. I'm saying that and not entirely sure if I mean that. I suppose we can have a little rummage around and have a look. I suppose we could do checkers for it. I suppose. Because this is what this other person did. With the articulated is the word I was looking for. That's probably a good way of breaking it up. And then we can do... Oh, I see he's already done that. Okay. So yeah, I reckon that might be a way of doing it which could break up the colors. Otherwise it's a lot of red. Oh, that reminds me, I have a vehicle that I need to purchase and print, which might be ideal for this, come to think of it. All right, we'll ponder this. Get rid of that. OBS, you stay there. All right, let's have a look at these greens. I just picked out the ones which... Oh, Deathworld Forest, Lauren Laverne Forest. I mean, Deathworld... Where's the one that goes in between? Is it? Castellan Green. And that's a bit more... I was thinking maybe highlight up to a sort of base, a sort of khaki colour. Like I was Elysian Green's too powerful. Nurgling Green. I think this might be it. Why have you got two Nurgling Greens? Which one have I not used? That one, I think. Where does this live? Straken Green. Is that in between? That's well, we're gonna wing it. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, we got 2 Deathworld forests as well. Great. Magnificent stuff. Nurgling Green. Lauren Laverne can go away. As can Elysian Green, as much as I like it. And Castellan, I think. Well, we'll slap Castellan on to begin with, just for a little bit of fun. But we are going... So whatever... Yeah, we'll end up doing this for the cloak as well. A couple of tiny bits of support we missed to properly clean up there. Oops. That was a mistake. Let's wait for this to dry and then we can do another coat. Almost there. Also, now I've had a haircut, I can actually attempt to consider making YouTube videos again. I can look a bit slightly smarter. So then we got, I don't know what color the sort of stars and that sword is going to be, or that cross or weird crucifix thing. Probably bronze or something. I reckon this cloak being this color is probably the right call. I don't know if it is the right call, but oh god, that's the wrong color. We will find out. Doesn't help that I'm using the wrong brush, but okay. Dun. So there's some kind of strap hooking this cloak, or maybe it's one of those. What did they use? Almost like a bit of tarpaulin. Going to require a fair amount more of this. I don't know if... Well, it's all right place to start, I suppose. Bum, 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 bum. Wait for that to dry, because we're going to need a fair amount more of it. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't manage to get any of my World Eaters worked on last night because I was doing the shop. So tonight, we got to do more shop stuff. I've got to juggle doing shop stuff and World Eater stuff. I think we are at the point where almost we can... I think what I'm going to do is either on stream very quickly and cheekily put some brownish leathery colours on the handles and paint these bits steel. Then the only thing we really need to do is organise the waist situation where like they've got tubes going up there and around the back here. There's some stuff which needs tidying up. Then we can varnish it and then we can weather it. So we're almost at the point where once we get to that point, then it's, you know, the majority of the work is done. Then it's just sort of weathering, chipping away, highlighting where we want. And then as long as it's done in time, I'm not going to be worried. But with the shop, like with the shop, we got till the 28th. Oops. Paint is over here for now. Ba, 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 ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so wait a bit longer for that to dry. Let's have a look at this thing here. It's looking a bit grey over the red at the moment, unsurprisingly. I'm aware there's a back of this shield. If they're not colour, if we paint that red, or what exactly? I think this was the right decision. I don't know how much we're going to weather this, if at all. But I think the green, this colour was the right. It's muted against the red, which is what I wanted. We are going to go up to Deathworld Forest. And I think we are going to move over to khaki. Sort of khaki, like whatever that colour is. I'm going to add that in. I think it probably might go a little bit towards Nurgling Green potentially, but we'll see. But I would like it going slightly in that sort of khaki, beigey, whatever colour that is. At least for the worn parts. But we're going to start off. We are going to get a nice. It is a bit patchy at the moment, so we'll just wait for that to dry, and then. Let me just go like that. Right. Sorry about that. Let's have a very quick look-see at something. Why am I not using a larger brush? This is a bit... Oh well. Hey, Butters, how you doing? Happy Tuesday to you, dude. What is going on? About to get the kids to bed. This is, I think it's called The Observer from Trench Crusade. So that is one of the, I think one of the Mercenaries. This is another one with a big gun. And then there's a, I think this is called the Ammo Witch or something like that. It carries, as far as I can tell. I thought this was ammo for this gun, but it's a lot fatter. Anyway, but it carries ammo. And then there's the Witch Burner right here. Oh yeah, well it needed to happen. I'm at the barber managed to find space for me today. I was expecting him to say can't until next week, mate. But there we go. There was space, so that was why we started a few minutes late. Well, an hour late. You don't know Trench Crusade? Ooh, they had a very successful Kickstarter recently. I think they raised. I'm not 100% sure of how much they raised. I'm going to say a number, and if I'm wrong, don't blame me. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was 2.2 million thingies. So I managed. I've got a couple of warbands from it. I'll show you the Kickstarter. In fact, I will show you it. I think it all hails from 28 Mag. which is quite a conversion-centric magazine, like an online magazine for sort of Warhammery things. I think it sort of started off there, I believe. You like Kickstarter until they started adding shipping, yeah, which is why I don't really only do. I'm glad I only do digital things, really. So, funnily enough, this is a. Let's scroll to the top. This is a Kickstarter which was the Red Brigade for Trench Crusade. So this is a whole bunch of other blokes. This is all like 32mm scale. And they all look pretty bloody sweet. It's all so Trench Crusade is sort of it sort of diverges, alternate history kind of deal. First World War era. They're sort of fighting back against the hordes of hell kind of thing. You keep seeing stuff you love and it calculates shipping and doubles the price. Yeah. I don't really have too many things shipping to me. Funnily enough, Trench Crusade, I think, is the first thing in a long time where I've had to deal with shipping. It is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. It would be great if one could afford, like, I know I would do, if I was able to do free shipping, that would be a great thing. In fact, I'd probably like to, if I could figure out a way of doing it reliably within the UK, up to a certain point, like, I think there are some things I will sell, or I'm able to sell that I won't be able to do free shipping for. I mean, I suppose the only way I could do free shipping is by finagling it into the price of the actual miniature. But this is specifically very large bits of scenery I'll be selling. So this is this Kickstarter, which just finished. It's very kind of, you know, I'm going to say awesome looking. Let me show you the actual Kickstarter for Trench Crusade. Okay, go for it. Okay. Right. Kev Adam Goblins. No way. All right. While we wait. Oh. Okay. So we are going to hop over to use Deathworld Forest. See how this looks. Okay. All right, so I have dirt down here. Wherever the wrinkles are, we're going to have wear and tear, so we are going to have to highlight up a little bit. We can always glaze back down, thankfully. Music stopped. Locate some new music. That'll do the trick. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe Nurgling Green is the play. After all. So yeah, tonight is mostly going to be me. Ooh, hello. Adding things to the web store. I know I've said that about 20 times now already. I'll tell you what, though, I can't wait for it to be done. It's getting very, very tedious. But once this month is over, the majority should be done. And then there's obviously like the 5 or 6 items which get added every month anyway. And then there's a few other items here and there that I've not done. And I've not added any of the scenery yet. That's just a whole separate thing. But one thing at a time. That's a bit of a mistake. Oh well. We'll remedy it. As with most things, they can be fixed. Not 100% sure if the blue lenses that we're going to do is going to work. We'll just block one out quickly. In a moment. As I said, we will put some dirt down there anyway. It's going to be dirty down here anyway. We'll glaze in some darkness, but we want to do a bit of texture up here anyway. So that's what we're doing right now. But yeah, as I was saying, like once the bulk of this shop is added and moves over to Etsy, then it's going to be a lot easier to add the last sort of probably 20 items manually, like bit by bit. So we're going to have, as I said, we are going to put mud and stuff down here anyway. But we're going to add lighter highlights up here. Once we've got a nice kind of even thing going on. So yeah, Straken Green is basically, I think, then we're going to merge in some... I was initially thinking Xandri Dust might be the final sort of almost highlight, like for scratchy bits. So if we merge that in with... Yeah, I think we will mix in some of this into the Straken Green. See how this goes. I don't know how it'll go. It might be a disaster, but we'll find out. Give it a jiggle. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-da-bum. don't know if this is really the right colour. I suppose we'll find out. Oof. Probably be okay. I think once we mix in some Xandri dust, things will improve. Ba 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 ba. Xandri dust, mix in a little bit of that. Bit more than intended. I'm going to paint some scratches onto this using this colour. We are going to do some scuffs and things on the other side as well. That's only Celestra Grey, so we don't need to worry about things too much with that yet. Mix in more Xandri dust. Maybe we'll go all the way up to Ushabti as well. Mix a little bit of Ushabti into this little tiny mix that we're doing. Maybe that would be a good call for final scuffs and things. We are going to do a shabty in that. Because frankly, why not? Too much. Da, 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 da. So, Jimmy, how's it going, dude? How's it going, dude? I have no idea about it, Jim. I have no idea. I can install it. I'm not really sure about. I mean, not familiar with it, but I can install it. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday to you and all that kind of stuff. We are making progress with this at the speed of a startled slug. It's been a full day with plumbers. Oh no. Hey, at least you. How long? Talking about plumbers, how have they been? Like getting an appointment with them? Been a nightmare. Getting reliable ones to actually turn up and when they say they're going to turn up. It's been very, very tedious. I have had a haircut. Yeah, because my winter hair has needed to go, seeing as it's the end of February. Basically, I thought best have a trim. I don't know how society can make toilets so tricky. Every plumber we had messed it up. It's only modern society. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the Victorians had it all, working in the good old days. I mean, the rest of living conditions back then weren't great in general, but I mean, at least they had functioning. I just worry. I don't know. I wish I could do, things around the house. Because I don't need to rely on other people. I figured that's when problems happen. When you have to rely on other people, that's when you let problems into your life. What's up, Beamy? How you doing today? Well, we can get one next day straight away, but like you mean the like an emergency plumber? Yeah, I swear they charge more. We just wanted a flush system replacing. Oh, okay. What do you have the button ones? Because we actually had like the flush system. We had swapped out to like a more powerful flushy button thing. Yesterday, guy messed up. Didn't fix a thing. Didn't even put things on straight and had at the end wanted to charge 300 quid. Normally, I mean, £300 asking someone to come and diddle you for an entire day. That, I mean, I'm not an expert in this kind of thing, but that seems like for an entire day. That seems like it could be. I've heard people charging a lot more, and that's just for a night being diddled. Jimmy's destroying things in his house, probably. An absolute liability. Huh? I don't know if this is going to be enough. Oh, I was all off camera. Don't worry, you didn't miss out on anything. I just slapped some oof and grey on that. Hey, I was gonna locate some sort of leathery action. If I can remember where I put it. We might see what Doombull Brown brings us. Oh, hello. Do you have Rhinox hide for shading and shadows? We're going to go with Doombull Brown, I think. Maybe. Mornfang Brown. Do I mean Mornfang Brown? Oh, I think I might mean Mornfang Brown. We'll get the boots done. I was wondering if maybe I think those are armored gloves that this geezer's got. They seem to have armored bits and then a tiny bit of... Maybe the fingers are all leathery. But he's got an armored thumb. Can't quite make... I will ponder that one a little bit more. We'll slap on some Mornfang Brown, hope it works. Ugh! I like it. It reminds me of chocolate. It reminds me of... Am I thinking Galaxy chocolate? or Cadbury's milk chocolate. I can't really tell. It reminds me of chocolate, and I'm absolutely starving, which doesn't help. But yeah, Galaxy. Man, I've not had a nibble on some Galaxy in a while. And that's verging on a travesty. Steps would sing a song about it. I'm not sure if I've accidentally smashed some silver on there. I think it's leather. I think it's a leather bit of booty. So we'll paint it leathery. If not, slap some mud on it. It's fine. No one's going to know. Except you lovely folks here. Smash, 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 smash. I will, before I completely, what's the word? I will look at someone else's artwork for this mini, because just to see what they've done, I'm not 100% trusting in my own judgment when it comes to painting this mini. What are you painting these days, Jimmy? What have you got on the table? Or is it just you hunting? Give me just yes. You hold on. Let me type in the words. Hey, we finished the community challenge. Hey, I will gift the subs on Friday. Hold on. I was typing the wrong word. Jimmy, do you remember? I was having a chat with a friend. Do you remember Warzone Brotherhood or Warzone Resurrection? It sounds familiar to me, but I've since seen the miniatures, but I'm wondering if I'm actually getting confused with Call of Duty Warzone, which is probably more likely. But does that sound like you don't remember it? I think it originally came out in the 90s. And then there was Warzone Resurrection in the early 2000s, like 2010-ish. And I think they've just had a Kickstarter with another version. Just wondering if it sounded remotely familiar. It's not. I don't think it is sounding. I think now I'm thinking about it. I think I was getting confused with Cursed Call of Duty. Traitor Guardsman, hello. How are you doing today? Good evening. This is indeed painting Trench Crusade. Hopefully. We are making some progress. We're working on these two today. I'm going to probably have to start weathering them at some point. Probably off camera. We've also got Tweedledum and Tweedledee here. The Witch Burner and the Ammo Witch. Something like that. How are you doing today, Traitor Guardsman? I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. So, Jimmy, you're working on Hansa of Valor versus the Iron Nest Empire. Hold on, I think let me bring this up on screen. Rather than me just looking at it. What? All right. Boink. Warseer. I'm not signed into Signal on this website. Sorry, this browser. I think I've signed into them on Chrome. So we got some interesting little... Oh, there's Daddy Long Legs right there. Some kind of bull thing, maybe? I don't know. With a shield and... I don't know what you call that weapon. Some sort of saucy weapon. Someone with a... Is that a griffin? I'm going to call it a griffin. I could be really wrong, though. Like a centaur-type beast. A snaky thing. A magical snaky thing. And I don't know what this... What is... Oh, is this... Is this thing one of those things? I see like a wingy bit on it. Or some feathery action. Oh, hold on. Aha! That's the button I was looking for. I'm an idiot. So you're working on these. Demigriffs. That's the word. That's the word, a demigriff. I know all the words when it comes to fantasy things. I don't know any. I know almost nothing. Ooh. Kinky. You got someone chained down. Very nice. So you're working on the entire box? Or are you... Have you sort of split it up? Are you both doing bits of it? And all the Kickstarter extras? Oh my god. When is there a due date? Like for when they need to be done for? Yes, in Trench Crusade, each religion is represented by an army. I believe so. I've not really looked into it a huge amount. Like, that side of that, especially that side of things. I have backed Trench Crusade. I've got New Antioch. I've got the Trench Pilgrims. And I got the Mercenaries. And I've just backed the Westphalia Miniatures. Red Brigade. Which are... Where are they? Not really. You start... Oh, okay. So you're preparing? Oh, you're not... okay, so you start filming them next week. Okay. So I did just back the Trench Crusade, the Red Brigade. Mostly... I mean, look at him with his magnificent moustache and Warhammer. And sort of revolt... handgun. Absolutely magnificent miniature. Plus dogs. They got dogs and things. Grrr. So I'm looking for... I can't remember. I got the warband and then I added on a herd of dogs. Maybe that's what... Here we go, trench dogs. Maybe that's why I... maybe that's why I watched the film that I did last night. It was a very weird film. Very weird. Where's the Pedal of Doom? There's the Pedal of Doom. There. Brr. Oi. So now I've had a haircut, I can potentially start recording YouTube videos as well. I can now look slightly more elegant. Maybe I should get a whole costume for mini painting in. So I got to make something work sometime this century. Maybe I need to dress up. Maybe that's what everyone needs. Not that sort of dressing up though. Okay, where were we? Were painting some leathery boots. So I wanted to get some Mornfang on the old boots. Right. I've not really thought a huge amount how we're doing the base. They are supposed to be in trenches and stuff like that, so there's generally a lot of mud. And such things, so... All right. So we are going to work on these leather boots because they do look like melty bits of chocolate. But we are gonna. I need to do. I think we might put a lens on quickly, just for the sake of it. Not that one. Not that one, Sonny Jim. Cantor blue. Elatic? I think this is. I'm looking for the. Health? All right, we're going to get this figured out. Do I mean Huth blue? Teclis blue? No. We're just going to... We'll go with that. We'll just slap it on, hope it works. And drop it onto the keyboard. What just happened? Anything? Nope. All right. I'm just going to do this lens right there. I don't know if these are the colors that I really want to be using, but they're going to be the colors that I will use. So we're going to use... we will add black in at some point, but we'll do Alatuk. I think I really want to be using Calidor Sky, but I don't have that paint. So we're just going to have to suffer a little bit. And hopefully we can make something work. In fact, I do have a little bit of this. What color is this? Is this black paint? That's grey. Drat. Curses. This is... We'll add black later. Ba-da-ba-ba. I need to look at the artwork. They look a bit too flat to be lenses at each side. But there are some sensors on there as well. And I don't know what those are supposed to be. Breathing ports, maybe? Maybe that's where the exhausts or something? No, that's a radiator. Maybe those are intakes. They look like those directed air nozzles you get on aeroplanes and things. Or... Do you know the ones I mean? Maybe not. Okay. Do they have the Ark of the Covenant in the game? Unfortunately, as far as I know, no. I don't know though. I'm not really that into the lore yet. Or at all for that matter, truth be told. I'm not really into it. I mean, yeah, why not? Sure. They do have where are they? They do have... There is one miniature which is basically a walking shrine from New Antioch, I believe. Yeah, the... shrine anchorite, this bad boy. It's a sort of walking shrine with artillery gun wheels or cannon wheels, shield, and a massive mace thing. And it's got like some dead animal dangling off it and the shriny bits. So yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I wouldn't be surprised. No, as far as I know, no sort of melty men though. Maybe we need to introduce the melty men. Okay, I need to really jiggle this paint up. What are you up to, Traitor Guardsman? Oh, we are. So I'm obviously going to be streaming again on Friday, where we're going to paint an ultramarine. Obviously, one of the finest chapters, legions in 40k, if not the finest. What is up with this color? It's all kind of gone wonky on me. And that helps. Ooh. Where's OBS gone when you need it? There it is. Okay. So that was, we didn't really need Altioc blue. I don't know why I picked that up. But we will be smacking in some Lothern blue and then a tickle of white. And then obviously a little white dot for a specular. But before we worry about that stage, we need to locate a little bit of black paint. Which I did because everything is on hand. Barely on hand. All right, Sonny Jim. Okay, we might need to change the shape of that in a bit, but for now, skedaddle. Lothern blue time. Jiggle, jiggle. Maybe we'll mix a smidgen in. So, hello, Betty. I'm just chilling at home enjoying our stream with Farscape. Oh my god, I've not seen that in what seems like decades. I don't know the last time I watched Farscape. I don't even know how much into it I got. I remember watching it, but not. I think when it was on, I was a bit more interested in. Oh, it would have probably been like CSI and. Actually, hold on. When was Farscape even on? Remind me of the dates. Because depending on the date, I might have been completely confused and watching something else. But yeah, we are streaming again on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Smidgen of white, do a white bit and then a specular bit. I mean, this is where I screw it up, though. This is where I screw it up. Whee. But I can tell you exactly what the problem is. My mind is just focused on pizza at the moment. My mind is focused on pizza, and it's not going to help. All right, so we've got kind of okay. Now you said it, mine too. Sorry, dude, I'm absolutely starving. All I've had today was half a bowl. Like I had a little bowl of yogurt, cups of coffee, and I had a granola thing. I had a granola like flapjack kind of deal. And a protein milkshake full of oats, but I'm absolutely ravenous. And I'm just, that's all I can think of is food right now, and it's not helping anything. Ah! Bugger. Ah! Okay, where are we? Like it's kind of we got an extra little speckle in there. That needs to be annihilated. That's not helping situation. Farscape started in 19. Okay, so when I moved to the States, I'm not saying I was the harbinger of Farscape, but that's when I moved to America for 3 years. So when 99, what the hell was I watching? I've no idea. Did I miss the speckle? Oh my god. I can't see the end of the brush. I can't see the end of the brush. It's doing my head in. Ah! No, in 99 I moved to America for 3 years. I know I watched a lot of I know back then I watched a lot of CSI, but CSI I don't think started until 2000-ish. I could be wrong. I'm not really good on dates. Well, when it comes to those things, I'm amazing on dates. Hot dates! CSI, I watched third watch. And there was a crime - law thing. And I know I've forgotten the name of it. And I've forgotten the name of it. Anyway, whatever. I watched that. And I'm struggling to remember what it was called. I worked for Disney, I think. I came back in 2002, worked on a short film. When did I work for Disney? 2003 or 2004? Something like that. Either way. Oh! We did it! Once we get some matte varnish on it, that'll be... Okay, we got a little white dot up there. We got a little white dot vaguely opposite it. Not perfect, but whatever. It's good enough for Disney. It's okay. I think I'm happy with it. I mean, I suppose we could always add more blue, but whatever. I need to figure out what these things are. They look like weird ears, but I don't know what these things are, so I have to look at some pictures. But it's okay. It's functional. It's functional. Oof. Thanks, Nightbot. Yeah, so we are making some very slow progress on our trench pilgrims. I was originally thinking I was going to paint them really kind of, I don't want to say slapdash, and then just hose them down with a bunch of filth and be done with it. But that's evidently not what's happening. However, maybe I can just print them out again and we can do that. Just resort to filth and see how quickly we can paint them. Thanks, Nightbots. So yeah, tonight I'm basically going to be watching that film, Battle Dogs. I think it was plural. Basically going to be watching Battle Dogs. Where did that Kev Adams Kickstarter go? Anyway, whatever. Right. Oh, hold on. What are you all up to this evening? That's my question. Start off with that question, and then swiftly maneuver on. I'm just up to... I've got to add stuff to the shop, see how many we can work through. Go and get food, have a shower, and that's basically... Oh, watch that film. While I'm adding things to the shop, watch that film. That's the basic of tonight's plan. We are back on Friday, obviously, as per usual, at least for the moment, 4 o'clock UK time. Yeah. So that's basically all I've got to say about that. So I'd like to say, if you're over on YouTube, thank you very much for hanging out with me today, folks. Maybe we'll eventually get these minis finished. But on Friday's stream, we will be painting an Ultramarine. We've got to power through it as quickly as possible because basically next week we're going to start March from a Crag. We've got 50 Ultramarines, 50, well, at least 50 to do. We're going to see how many we get through of them. I got the weekend to mentally prepare for all of the blue that we got to paint over the coming months. So if you are on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, all that algorithm feeding goodness that you know and love. And now I've had a haircut, I can hopefully start recording videos for YouTube, finally, after what seems to be like decades. But with that being said, I'd like to say thank you very much, and I'll see you on Friday.